Hi, I'm an animal control officer for the Save Texas, and we have calls to run, so let's go. If you've never seen my channel before, this is your low-budget version of Animal Cops you used to watch as a kid, except for I'm by myself, I'm a one-woman show, and I'm slightly funnier. Well, I'm actually not by myself because I'm training, but you know what it is. First things first, we're going to go have our meeting, turn on our eval for our rookie, and then hit the streets after that. We do have to check 2 exposure traps for 2 feral cats that attacked 2 people, and do that. And we just had another bike call for another person that was attacked by a feral cat, and that's probably going to require a trap, but I think Officer Axon's handling that. So we're definitely seeing an increase in feral cat attacks, which is some people will disagree with, but that's our reality and that's what we're facing with right now, and we always protect our citizens. So let's go do that today. Okay, first call of the day, we are going to an animal in a trap. We're going to check it for our exposure cat. I'm hoping it's it, but probably not. And then also too, when I was in that meeting with my supervisor, I got to check the specs for our new units, so we're going to go over that. We have 12 coming into the fleet, so we got to make sure that they're up to my standards. So another way that I check if it's being tampered with, not that I think this lady's doing it, but I check the weight setting right here to see if it's been moved at all. But let's move our footprints out. Oh, who's this?
Well, hey there.
Ain't that the cutest little limp piece I've ever seen? Hi, what are you doing? Oh my goodness. Oh, so vicious, so vicious. So I would take a picture. Okay, we were on our way to a boot barn to go pick up my boots since they're now, that they got delivered there. But we literally passed an intersection, and after we passed the intersection, an injured animal came up right at the intersection saying that a dog was just hit by a car. So let's go check it out. So that injured was actually dead upon our arrival. So now we're going to go to Boot Barn. I'm already here. I'm about to go pick up those boots that I ordered the other day. Okay. We're back at the potential hoarder house. We're going to go see if we can try to make contact. We have a name and date of birth now. Oh, that water's new. Remember yesterday it was just a cat food? Mm-hmm. That's a different kitty from yesterday. Hi, Kiki. They look relatively healthy, so that's good. Oh, that's a litter box right there. So we just got my truck unloaded. Now I'm rushing to my daughter's school. She has a Christmas party, so we're gonna go do that during my lunch. So just got done with lunch, and we went to go check our trap, but we found 2 problem dogs, so we're gonna go check it out. They're right here. Hi, puppies. Hello. Oh no, we're not doing none of that. Nope, we're doing none of that. Hi, come on. No. Let's see if we can try to push him back up into, I don't know, a secured yard somewhere. Okay, so we went out and we got the 2 dogs, thankfully. But before that all happened, before we were able to secure them in our unit, a lady had come out and she was wanting to help us, so to say, by putting them on leashes, telling us that they were good dogs and that, you know, there's owners for them and all that other stuff. And she was worried about them having a decision made for them if an owner did not come forward, because we were telling them that they displayed an aggressive temperament with us, and they've been continuously called in as aggressive. And at that point she was no longer willing to help, but I did talk her into, you know, if she's familiar with them, they might be less stressed out if she put a leash on them instead of us putting our catch poles, and she did agree to do that. And as we were putting them on the catch poles, the female dog started freaking out, right? And she started barrel rolling on the catch pole. And at that point, this lady whips out her phone and she's screaming at us or yelling at us, you're hurting it, you know. And I'm trying to tell her the dog won't get hurt. It's just, it needs to stop reacting that way. It's not leash trained. It's not familiar with something being around her neck. And she kept yelling with the phone in her hand. So I wouldn't be surprised if that circles around social media at some point, which I'm not worried because we had Axon for it. And then other people were coming and also recording us as well, which is not that we're worried because we're protected. We were doing everything according to protocols, so I know that we're okay. But whenever a camera's put in your face, it does make your your butt tense a little bit, you know what I mean? But again, we're perfectly fine. The dogs are perfectly fine, and an owner definitely does have an opportunity to reclaim. So we also checked our trap when we were over there, because that was the only reason why we came. It's empty. Now we're gonna go check our other exposure trap and see if that one has anything in it as well.
Throwing that blanket into it.
Yeah, let's reset it and then do it again, I guess. Yeah. Okay, so it's like 6:15 right now. I'm doing my rookie's eval, so I'm going to sign off right now. We had a meeting at 4:15 that we've known about for a week. Just kind of like a pat on the back meeting, as well as like, hey, is there anything that we need to be doing, and just some like housekeeping stuff. I know we have a lot of meetings. They're all good things. Again, we have a new director, so whenever we have a new director, they are getting used to policy and procedures. She's never been over this department before, so she wants to make sure that she's doing everything she can to help animal services be productive. So we talked about some of that stuff. Again, I requested a first aid course for both shelter and both ACOs alike. I think ACOs need a little bit more extensive stuff because we see a lot of stuff out here. For example, I've had 2 severe accidents happen in the last week alone just with a rookie, and some of them were life-threatening injuries. So I know I'm trained, I know the rookie's trained just because of his previous experience, but if we had any new people coming on board, I'd be worried that they didn't know what to do in those situations and would freak out and couldn't provide a life-saving temporary, essentially band-aid, right? Not literally a band-aid, but a band-aid until EMS gets there. So talked about that stuff again, but everything was good. Put those 2 aggressive animals up. Hopefully an owner comes to reclaim so we can give them financial responsibility in the form of citations for their dogs, because their dogs have been running amok for the last 6 months, and we finally got them today. A real big win for animal services. But anyways, this is where I'll leave you. I hope you have a great rest of your day if I don't talk to you sooner.